Great Mortal Kombat news to share with you all today. That's right, I'm so happy I could do another flip, but this time it'll be a backflip. If this video gets 2,000 likes, I'll do a backflip. I've already shaved my beard and done a front flip, so you know I keep my promises on this channel. And get this, if today's video gets 3,000 likes, I'll do a double front flip off a diving board. That's right, I'll be flipping like a Mortal Kombat ninja. But alright, time for the good news. There is lots to cover. The Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection keeps getting bigger. 2 more fan favorite games have been confirmed and 1 other game is likely on the way. We're gonna talk about all of it in today's video. Because another day means more Mortal Kombat news. I'm covering it all the time on this channel, so if you want to stay up to date, then make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss any future videos. Without further ado, let's begin. Alright everyone, I'm so excited. It's rare to get good Mortal Kombat news lately. It's almost always negative, so any good news puts a big smile on my face. As mentioned earlier, 2 more Mortal Kombat games have been confirmed for the Legacy Collection. I'm gonna show you the full clip first and then talk about it after. Alright, and there you have it everyone. So far, there's not an official trailer online yet. Instead, this footage is only at Gamescom, so you have to physically be there to see this trailer. But even so, it's been confirmed that Special Forces and Mythologies Sub-Zero are coming to the Legacy Collection, which is something many of us already thought was likely to happen, but I had to keep my fingers crossed because several games have been deconfirmed recently. And as a result, I've been getting a bit skeptical. I was worried that these 2 classic games would not make it, but thankfully the Elder Gods have answered our prayers and these 2 classic games are gonna be in the bundle. And don't forget, there's 1 more game to talk about later, so stay tuned. But for now, let's talk about these 2 games. Both Special Forces and Mythology Sub-Zero are a bit infamous within the Mortal Kombat community, mainly because their gameplay is quite difficult and Special Forces is nowhere near complete. The game went through developer hell and just had a tough time in general. Even John Tobias has admitted this game is nowhere near what he wanted it to be. However, even so, I think Special Forces has a real charm to it. It feels like the alpha version of Shaolin monks. You walk around, beat up enemies, collect items, advance, and even fight boss battles. All of which is awesome in my opinion. Yes, the gameplay is dated, but also it's a product of its time. And to quote one of my friends, Babe Ruthless, even bad games deserve preservation. And I could not agree more. Even if many players don't like Special Forces, I think it's so cool for the Legacy Collection to include it. And keep in mind that there's also going to be tons of behind the scenes stuff too, like concept art, developer diaries, even unreleased footage, all that cool stuff, which is what has me the most excited about the Legacy Collection. Playing the games is going to be fun. I can't wait to make videos about how busted these old games are, because some of these characters in Mortal Kombat 2 and 3 are really busted, along with Mortal Kombat 4. That game has some really overpowered characters that I can't wait to talk about. But also, the behind the scenes stuff is gonna be so cool. And the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection is filled with tons of footage that's never been seen before, so that's gonna be awesome to witness. But alright, next up, let's talk about Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. This game is also going to be included in the bundle, and just like Special Forces, the gameplay is quite infamous. It's like playing Mortal Kombat 3 but with a turn button, which doesn't sound too bad, but the platforming is really difficult, the AI can be really cheap, and there's tons of environment hazards that can kill you instantly. So as a result, this game kind of feels like Dark Souls. It's really hard and not for the faint of heart. However, with that said, this game is also pivotal for the lore of Mortal Kombat, believe it or not. That's right, without this game, the Mortal Kombat series would be drastically different, because this game introduced Quan Chi, Shinnok, Serena and her sisters, along with the Netherrealm in general, I think. So yeah, Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero is filled to the brim with lore. So I'm very happy that Digital Eclipse is keeping this game in the bundle with the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. They are preserving this game and making sure we can play it for many more years to come, which makes me so happy. This game is important and pivotal to the story of Mortal Kombat, despite how frustrating and difficult the gameplay might be. Since this game, along with Special Forces, is included in the Legacy bundle, tons of players are gonna get to experience it for the first time, myself included. My family was mostly athletes. I was the only gamer, and even I was also a big athlete, so my dad gave me a PS1 and a PS2. That's pretty much it for my childhood gaming experience. I never had an N64 or a Dreamcast, none of that stuff. In fact, I never owned a single Nintendo console until the Wii. So yeah, I missed out on a lot of these classic Mortal Kombat console games, and I can't wait to experience them for the first time in the comfort of my house. That's gonna be so cool. But alright, you've all waited long enough. It's time to announce the third game that I think is very likely being added to the Legacy Collection, which is just more fantastic news because it's a fan favorite. In fact, I would argue that many players are more excited for this game than any other game mentioned so far outside of Trilogy, because of course everyone wants to play Trilogy. Keep in mind, the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection is not releasing until December. That's over 3 months away, which means you know that Digital Eclipse is gonna announce at least one more game before then. There's no way they gave away all the secrets already when there's 3 months out before the game releases. I know for a fact, I feel it in my bones that one more game is gonna get revealed at least, and that game will be none other than Mortal Kombat Gold. That's right, the expansion of Mortal Kombat 4. We're talking more characters, more stages, some balance adjustments, you can pick your weapon at the start of the match, all that awesome stuff. In other words, Mortal Kombat Gold is like the definitive edition of Mortal Kombat 4. It's just got more content in general, and I was most excited for this game. However, recent information from the developers had me worried they would be unable to emulate this game, and as a result, it would not be in the bundle. But thankfully, it looks like I was wrong. 2 more games got confirmed that are for PlayStation only, which I talked about earlier, Mythologies and Special Forces. Those games were only on the PlayStation, and guess what? They're gonna be emulated in this collection, which means that Mortal Kombat Gold is more likely now than ever. Not to mention there's 3 months until release, and I definitely think developers are gonna announce a couple more games before then, or at least one game. In fact, I'm personally gonna be at PAX West, which happens in a couple of weeks. And guess who else is gonna be there? That's right, Digital Eclipse with their Atari booth, and more importantly, the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. In other words, I get to meet with the developers personally and play the game early to see if maybe some new games are added, which absolutely is gonna be a ton of fun. Let me know in the comments if there's any questions you want me to ask the developers personally. But keep it civil, alright? Keep it professional, nothing weird. Some genuine, honest questions you want me to ask the developers of the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Alright everyone, that's 2 games officially announced and confirmed, along with one more game that is very likely confirmed and going to be announced in the coming months before December when the game finally does launch. All 3 of these games honestly have me very excited because I've never gotten to play any of them at my own house. Every now and then I could visit a friend and play these games a little bit, because unlike me, my buddies actually owned an N64 or a Dreamcast. You get the idea. But me personally, I've never gotten to play Mythologies Sub-Zero or Special Forces, and I barely got to play Mortal Kombat Gold, so I'm so excited that all 3 of these games are coming to the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. I could not be more excited. As mentioned earlier, I want to do a backflip. Get 2,000 likes, I'll do a backflip, or get 3,000 likes and I'll do a double front flip like a Mortal Kombat Ninja in the classic arcade games. I will do it, because that's just how excited I am. So thanks for watching everyone, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like down below. Let's reach 2,000 likes, or let's aim even bigger and get 3,000 likes. Keep in mind, I'll do both if we get 3,000 likes. I should have mentioned that earlier. 2,000 likes is the backflip, 3,000 likes is the double front flip, and also a backflip. You get both. But also, I love making these videos interactive, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Which of these 3 games has you the most excited? Mortal Kombat Gold, Mythologies Sub-Zero, or Special Forces? Which of these 3 games are you looking forward to playing the most? Make sure to let me know, because like I say in all my videos, I truly love reading each and every comment, so grab that keyboard and make your voices heard. And then finish that combo by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.